Hello. I'm here in the garden at Silchester Methodist Church, surrounded by the beauty of God's creation. The birds are singing, the wind is really blowing quite hard, and the flowers are blooming, and it is glorious here. I'm sitting in the sunken garden at Silchester. Really appropriate that I am, because when this part of the garden was developed a few years ago now, the decision was made to create beautiful mosaics that depict the different days of the Genesis account of creation that we're looking at over these weeks in our series on Ruth Valerio's book, Saying Yes to Life. This week we're particularly looking at the part of the Genesis account where God says, "Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly." It's lots of years ago now, when I was 9 or 10, that a family friend bought me my first pair of binoculars. Since then, I have loved watching birds. I'm fascinated by them and their ability to fly, to hunt, to pick up speed, to feed whilst in flight. Fascinating to watch birds, and I've been really privileged to watch them all over the world. We're reminded in Matthew's Gospel and chapter 6 about birds when Jesus says, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not reap or sow or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them." There's a reminder there as we think about God's care for creation, of how much God calls us to be not just good but great stewards of God's creation, and how much God cares for us. That indeed, as the hymn says, our God is a great big God, and he holds us in his hands. The God of all creation loves us to the uttermost, and in that love sent Jesus, that we might have life and have it in all its fullness.